Hi, I'm talking about numerology today. Numerology in context of marriage and partners, marriage partners, can also be related with business partners or work partners. Okay, so basically we have numbers from 1 to 9. Number 1 represents Sun, 2 represents Moon, 3 represents Jupiter, 4 Rahu, 5 Mercury, 6 Venus, 7 Ketu, 8 Saturn, 9 Mars. From 1 to 9, there are some numbers which are friendly with each other, they are friends to each other, they are compatible with each other, which go along very well. Some numbers which are cutter enemies, incompatible, they just want to hit the other one, incompatible. And then there are some numbers which are neutral, which don't care, live and let live is their fundamental, but the malefic ones don't let them survive. Anyways, so we have basically two numbers that we look forward for. One is a personality number, which is our digit sum of birth date. So if somebody was born on 12th of any month, any year, then his personality number is 3. Or somebody was born on 28th of any month, any year, then his personality number is 2 plus 8, which is 10, which is 1. Then is the destiny number. So destiny number is actually the digit sum of all the different digits of our date of birth, month and year of birth. So if somebody is born on 1st of January 2021, then if you add all the digits, you get 7. So let's assume a case wherein a person has a personality number of 1 and destiny number of 7. So 1 represents Sun. That means the person will be very jovial, cheerful. His personality, his superficial personality is going to be a representative of Leo kind, like you know what Leos are like. And the destiny number being 7, so 7 is the main number which is going to lead him to places, take him to places, bring events into his life, get him married. All the karmic obligations that he has to fulfill will be dealt with through the destiny number. By the way, we get married through our karmic obligations. I hope you all have found that out by now. Okay, jokes apart. So now if a person has incompatible within his own self, if he has incompatible personality and destiny numbers for his own chart, then how does it affect him? So of course it affects him. It will bring him health issues. It will make life difficult for him, as in it will create blockages, it will create challenges at all major significant steps or milestones in his life. Sorry. So that is why when we are analyzing a person's chart through numerology, the first thing that we see is, are the birth numbers and the destiny numbers compatible? If yes, they are compatible, then the person will have an easy life, a smooth life. If they are neutral, then fine. If he works, he'll get what he deserves. But if they are incompatible, then there is going to be an obstruction, a negatifying force from destiny that he has to face. Okay, also, there are two cases which I would like to discuss here. Let's say a person has personality number as a nice benefic number and the destiny number is a malefic. Then in that case, he will have to face challenges in his life. However, if it is vice versa, the personality number is a malefic, but the destiny number is a nice positive benefic number, then his personality would be like a kind of a sober person, not kind of mingling person, maybe repulsive, but the destiny will support him, of course, because of his karmic obligations. Destiny would support him. That's very nice to know, but it is rarely found. Usually it is like obstructions, forces negatifying your efforts, creating challenges for you, like that. Okay, so how does this apply in marriage? You all must have guessed by now what I'm coming at, but I'll still explain my point. If the partners have incompatible numbers, then of course they are going to face challenges in their married life. And even if their personality numbers are compatible, they may get along well with each other superficially, but their destiny numbers are incompatible would mean unwillingly, unknowingly, subconsciously, their destinies are going to create blockages for each other. So this is the reason why I keep emphasizing, why I keep telling my friends, family, relatives, people who do consultations with me, I keep telling them that please, before any marriage in your family, get the charts analyzed. Okay, why? Because I have witnessed, I have seen a few charts where there were big, huge incompatibilities, and they ended up in tragedies, which could have been, avoided had this awareness been there. But anyways, destiny is destiny. So today my purpose for making this video, and anyways whatever data I share with you all on Facebook, I keep sharing a lot of data with you all. So my purpose is like I have committed myself to a cause that I am going to help in whichever way possible, and this is one way which I am able to help in. Okay, alright. So if two people have incompatible destiny numbers and they have gotten married, unfortunately, and yeah, they have to, because in India and in most of a lot of other places also, you're taught that marriage is an institution, which it is. So marriage is an institution. I'm a firm believer in that, and you have to learn to, take care of things, situations. You must learn and grow. If you escape, then growth doesn't happen. Growth is prohibited. So now I do not believe in escapism anymore. I used to when I was a child. Now, from situations, I always found that escapism can, bring you out of trouble, avoiding situations, avoiding circumstances. But then I have learned not to, because no matter how many times you escape, if that karma has not been taken care of, it will keep coming back to you. So it is better to deal with it and move on in life, grow in life. Basically, that is what we are here for. Our souls are here for growing and moving to the next level, right? So how does numerology and astrology help here? Okay, a very interesting observation. I want you all to now do this simple calculation. Calculate your personality numbers and destiny numbers. Now calculate your spouse's personality numbers, destiny numbers. Done? Now you calculate the digit sum of your house address. Now you calculate the digit sum of your mobile number, your spouse's mobile number, your car number, his car number or her car number. Okay. Do you see any pattern here? You would. Yeah, you would. So this is how numbers are affecting you. Okay, I don't want to explain in detail because I want you all to try this for your own selves. Check the numbers which you are always constantly attracting in your life, and these are the numbers which you are subconsciously attracting to your own self. Okay, now I have seen a lot of cases where people are attracting their destiny numbers which are malefics, and they are suffering health issues. Okay, some or the other conflicts they are going through in their lives. So how do we remediate it? Now, as an astrologer or as your numerology guide, what I can do is, how I work, I'll explain to you. I work with a grid system. So When a person comes to me for consultation, I prepare a grid for that person. I note down all the numbers, all the significant numbers that exist in that person's life, which would be their personality number, their destiny number, their mobile number, their car, their whichever vehicle they are owning, that number, their house address number. Okay, for that particular individual, I'm going to note down all the numbers. Then I will see what are the numbers frequently occurring. Okay, now there could be numbers which are incompatible with each other and they are occurring frequently in the chart. So what they are doing basically is they are creating blockages for each other. Okay, now for example, a person has a recurring of 1 and 8. So that person would feel that whenever he tries to do something, he faces a challenge and he has to keep creating new beginnings in his work or in his personal life, whichever sphere he is trying to work in. So because 1 is beginnings and sun and 8 is Saturn, which keeps putting across challenges for 1 and would not let 1 proceed. So there are many beginnings which do not end up in a success. So what I would do, or what we would do in that case, is we would try to dilute the effect of number 8 by consciously making a choice with the mobile numbers. House address, I am sure it will be very difficult to change, but mobile numbers will be very easy to change. Okay, and the vehicle number also can be thought of. Another thing is name numerology, which is like very popular. I do not have to explain that to you. So you all know that by changing the letters in the name, changing the spelling, you change the frequency with which the name vibrates, and then you would start attracting the frequency of a different number, desired number. But most of the times I have seen that people for changing the frequency, they use the same number multiple times. For example, let's say there is a person Amit, and he wants to change the frequency of his name number, and he starts writing his new name as AAMIT. Now earlier there was a single A in the number. A represents 1 again, which is sun, which is leadership, domination, okay, ruling, authority. Now what he has done is he has added a double A to his name, so he has increased that particular frequency as well. Does he know, has he done his thorough research on whether number 1 was suitable for him or not, whether number 1 was receiving any challenges from the destiny number or not? And it is not just Saturn which creates hurdles for sun, even Rahu, Ketu create hurdles for sun. So even 8 and 4 would be incompatible with 1. So all these points have to be looked into. It has to be a very thorough investigation of which numbers to choose and which alphabets to add in your name if you are changing the name spelling and all that. That is how we work on diluting the effects of malefics and trying to attract more positive numbers to the to our life, right? So this is a very brief introduction that I have tried to present to you all for numerology, and I'll try to make more detailed videos talking about each specific number in detail. Okay, and till then I want you all to do this exercise. Okay, I want you all to note down and comment to me which numbers dominate your life. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.